everyone, it's Darkseeker here, bringing you another Arena highlight video, and this is my first Arena run in the Old Gods expansion. It's a Mage run that went 7 wins, I was really happy with it, but in this highlight video I want to showcase 3 cards in particular. The first card that I really want to look at is Cabalist Tome, and you can see it right there being picked. It's a 5 cost, add 3 random Mage spells to your hand. Now, you can get 3 really good Mage spells, like Fireball, you can get Pyroblast, you can get Flame Strike, Blizzard, and so on. It can be enough to win the game for you, and in the late game, it adds cards to your hand. The other card is Bog Creeper, which you've just seen. It's a big fat taunt, 7 cost, 6/8 taunt, really difficult to deal with in the late game. They have to invest an awful lot into clearing it. I think it's really, really good. And the other interesting card is the Faceless Summoner, 6 cost, 5/5. Summon a random 3 cost minion onto the board as the battle cry. It is insane value, okay, and I've got one of those in this deck as well. In fact, I've got double Bog Creeper in this deck. So, yep. Going into the first highlight against the Shaman, I have the board. I have a Kraken, a Spectral Knight, and a couple of others, and now I have no board. Elemental Destruction destroying my board. I have nothing left now. Spawn of N'Zoth comes down, and that's a really scary minion if the Shaman builds up a board and then kills his 2/2. The Death Rattle buffs his board, is scary. So, if in doubt, draw some cards. Acolyte of Pain, Mad Bomber. That's good. Draw a card. And there's the Tome. That's good. Pop the shield. That worked out really, really well. And now what do? Well, if in doubt, play stuff, right? And that's what I'm doing. So we end the turn with a board, which I reckon is a little bit more powerful than his board. The Water Elemental in particular is so strong because of the 6 health. Cabalist Tome is in my hand, and there's a good chance I'm playing it next turn. Rumbling Elemental. Interesting. Okay, so he wants to buff those 2 minions. Elemental Destruction overloaded him last turn, and therefore the Shaman is limited. Well, actually, he's not so limited in what he can do. He's just able to clear my Water Rally. Wow, okay, so even when he's overloaded, he could still impact my board. That's interesting. Let's play the Tome. Pyroblast, Flame Cannon, and Blizzard. So Blizzard for freezing and clearing his minions, Flame Cannon for clearing a minion, and Pyroblast for killing his face. I could Spellbreaker that Rumbling Elemental, potentially, but I'm not sure if that does anything here. If I Flame Cannon, then the Mana Worm gets buffed up, so that's 4 damage from the Flame Cannon, 3 damage from the Mana Worm. I can get a clean kill. Spellbreaker, though, is a body on the board. It's a 4/3, and you do silence something and stop it from achieving its battle cry, but Flame Cannon is much better. It makes me a little bit sad, though, because I lose the minion. And that's a misplay. I think if I was going for that route of play, I should have pinged the Acolyte first. Not that I would have played that 7-drop, but technically I messed up the ordering there. Okay, I draw a card, so thank you very much to the Shaman. Bloodsail Corsair does nothing, because I don't play weapons, and the Shaman is out of steam, and my deck and my hand is still full of steam. There's the Bog Creeper, the fat taunt. The question is, do we play it? It's 7 cost, it does limit what else I can do, but it's fat, right? Maybe I play Portal first, draw a card. Oh, Bomber. That's pretty good. It's a minion, right? Oh, and it kills something. Wow, I was not expecting the Mad Bomber to do anything of consequence, but it did, and I'm saying well played because I think this is over. How is he going to come back? He needs Hex. He needs Deathwing. He needs something. Eater of Secrets. Now, I've got one of those in my hand, too. It does nothing in this game. Okay. We get a 6 attack minion. That's pretty decent. I think in this situation now, Blizzard is safe. We remove 2 totems, allowing us to go face. Right. So even on this turn, another elemental destruction wouldn't do anything for him. And there you go. The 6/8 taunt was just too much for him to deal with. Such a good card in the mid to late game. This is a game against a mage now, and this is the last highlight that we're going to be looking at. It's a longer highlight. We play the fat taunt because it's turn 7 and it costs 7, and that makes sense, I guess. Spell Slinger, what do we get? Oh, right, Deadly Poison's a bit rubbish. Multi-shot, so good for him. Well, not really. He still has to double trade into that 6/5. Okay, alright, multi-shot. Maybe it wasn't the best option for him. But he got rid of 1 minion. But that taunt is still standing, and that's why it's so good. It's fat. Okay, I take back what I said. That multi-shot was really good for him. He was able to clear the minion now with Whirling Blades. Okay. There's a 6/7 on the board, and that's really scary. So, in this situation, I actually don't know what to do. That's a 6/7. How do I kill it? Cabalist Tome I could play here, but it's really slow. So if in doubt, I guess I could play the Spectral Knight because it's fat. Or I could bomber first, see where the bombs go. Okay, that was ridiculous. That's terrible. I'm in range of dying. That 6-attack minion could go face, and if he's got double fireball, or even 1 fireball and a ping, or fireball and frostbolt, 6/6 is fatter and contests his 6-attack minion, so it's better than the Spectral. I won't get the value off of Koldara Drake, of course, so he trades in, but at least that 6/6 is now... his 6-attack minion is no longer on the board. Spectral Knight ping is good for him, I guess, because the Spectral is so good, but it's still a slow turn. So, in this situation, I could trade my 3/1 in, because that stops it being pinged next turn, and I get some value out of the trade. And on top of that, I could just play my own Spectral. And we'll just play that. And that. In the middle. Okay. My 3/3 contest is 4/3. My Spectral contest is 4/3. My 2/1 well, it doesn't really contest his 4/3, but it can damage it. Actually, no, my 2/1 now contests his new 4/3 that he's just played. And he's going face. Wow. So Kirin Mage contested by the 2/1 plus a ping. His Spectral Knight contested by my Spectral Knight. Yeah, we're in a good spot, providing he doesn't have burn to kill us. So we get a dude. It's pretty good. Okay. And trade. And trade. We portal first. Ah, that's pretty good. Okay, and we just play our Acolyte, I guess. There's no reason to use the Tome this turn. We're not looking for spells on this particular turn. I'd rather get the Acolyte down, because if he can't clear the Acolyte, I can ping my own Acolyte on the next couple of turns, which is really good. Okay, so he can't target the Spectral Knight, which is why it's such a good card in Arena. And that's a very commanding board. He'd need Flame Strike. He doesn't have Flame Strike, so I was taking a gamble there. Did he have the Flame Strike? No, he didn't. Oh my god, that's potentially even worse, because he's just stolen a minion, but he stole the weakest one. Sure, he's going to get some card draw from this, but at least my other 3 minions, one of those didn't get stolen, because that would have been worse. Cabalist Tome gives us 3 okay spells. They're not as good as the ones from the previous game. So in the previous game, I had Pyroblast, I had Blizzard, and Flame Cannon. I'd much rather I had those spells now. These spells don't do a whole lot, unfortunately, and I've got to decide on how to clean up his board, because we're not leaving any of his minions intact, okay? We're not leaving any of his minions intact, so, okay. We play Effigy because I have a 5/4 Taunt on board. Okay. This is fine. Make the trade, right? We're not leaving that on the board. If he has Flame Strike and goes face, I'm in real trouble. So, Effigy, in the hopes he pings the 6/1 now. That's what we're looking for. And we'll get a beefy minion. Oh no, he's Flame Lancing the 4/2. Smart guy. Playing around Effigy on my taunt. Oh, but that's pretty good. That's actually really good. I get a taunt back. Wow, okay. Argent Commander. Pretty decent. I'm actually going to trade the taunt in. So 2 Northrend to the face. Now, Argent Commander with the shield there, pretty good. Makes my board resilient to some AoE. He'd have to ping and then Flame Strike. Grand Crusader, wow, okay, he gets the Paladin spell, potentially there. So he is pinging, okay. Not what I wanted to see, the Tentacle. I mean, I could turn that into a 4/2. And I'm going to invest. I'm investing 2 spells into clearing that. Why? Because I value my board. He clearly does not have Flame Strike. So therefore, this board is incredibly powerful. That's why I invested 2 spells, rather than one of my minions. And it's over. So there we go, ladies and gents. Bit of a showcase for Mage Arena. Do check out my YouTube channel for some more highlights. Thanks very much for joining me.